Another great actor is Maureen Lipman, and she's received extra top-level security in Manchester ever since the October the 7th massacre in Israel. Are you surprised by this? What's your reaction to Coronation Street and ITV giving her more security?
Well, I have to say I was slightly amused before I thought about it, because the picture on the Mail Online is of my good pal Dave, who works in security at Granada. He hasn't been brought in by MI6 or anything like that. He's security on the programme and he's always there. However, the sad thing is that Maureen has always been honest enough to voice her opinion. Everybody knows what it is, and she believes in freedom of speech, and she's allowed, and she's allowed to say what she said. However, I'm only too aware of the threats that go around. I get threats all the time from extreme Republicans on Twitter, etc., but I'm kind of used to it. I don't think Maureen would be a target, but she deserves all the support and protection that she so wishes. She's an elderly lady, and she won't mind me saying that, and it cannot be nice to have threats made to you on your life. Not for anybody. She's a passionate Israeli and Jewish supporter. And she would have my 100% backing.
Can I ask you about next weekend, Armistice Day? This is a moment to remember the war dead, and a 2-minute silence, it could be interrupted by protesters. Is that acceptable?
No, it's not bloody acceptable at all. Rishi Sunak is turning out to be a big girl's blouse, and I apologise to anyone who happens to wear big girl's blouses, but he couldn't lead you to Marks and Spencer's. He is the Prime Minister of this country, and he, along with the heads of the Metropolitan Police Office, police force, should be able to stop this march or postpone it. It's as simple as that. And I know for a fact, Mark, that there are an awful lot of veterans from my neck of the woods who are going to London for both Saturday and Sunday. And, and I hope to God it doesn't kick off. But I'm afraid to report to you, Mark, that this afternoon, early evening in Rochdale, at the Cenotaph in Rochdale, there have been poppy wreaths destroyed and Palestinian flags put all over it. So here we go.
Do you think our country is limping towards some kind of civil war?
Oh, I think it's been limping that direction for a long time, and I fear that I think there are mostly sensible people who support Palestine, and I support their right to march. But as we've seen today, it's starting to get hijacked by those Hamas supporters. And don't friggin' well tell me they're not Hamas supporters. Of course they bloody are. So we just have to be very careful. Unfortunately, we've caught the police at a very bad time. They've managed to back themselves into a corner since BLM and COVID and all the rest of it. And now they're starting to have a go at veterans. And I would be a big fan of Norman Brennan. And I understand his support. And I grew up supporting the police as a young man in Northern Ireland. But they've backed themselves into a ridiculous corner where they don't know which end their arse is at all. And, they are becoming, I regret to say, a laughingstock. But my fervent wish is, Mark, that it wasn't happening Saturday, Sunday. But if it does, I would urge everybody to just keep calm, because I can see, I know the veterans, I know them backwards, and they are extremely angry with these little pillocks running about fighting the police and all this lot. And if they come anywhere near the Cenotaph, God knows what will happen. But what we don't need is radical right twats turning up. Our veterans will be there, and they're perfectly capable of voicing their opinion, and police helping to protect are sacred monuments, and I wish them all the very best. And if I wasn't in Aberdeen next Saturday doing an evening with Charlie Lawson, here we plug, I would be down there in London standing by them.
Charlie, we wish you well. I look forward to having a pint at some point. We must get you into the studio. Charlie Lawson, do book tickets to hear him, a really entertaining and compelling guy, as you've just discovered. Apologies to anyone offended by the choice language.